Hello. Is that you guys got proof that there was at least three?
Yep, there are 3 people here.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Josh Dickinson. I'm doing a proposal on software upgrades for Dickinson Software Incorporated. In our IT industry, software is changing on a daily, monthly basis. As a software developer graduate from NTC, I worked as an instructor's assistant, and I attended a lot of the job fairs. I know most of the companies around are looking for employees that are graduates that have the newer programs that you see out now, C# and JavaScript, .NET Framework, and things like that. All of the college graduates now are learning these programs. It's hard to hire these graduates when they are coming into an obsolete program like the one we have. They're looking for job security, and as much as we hate to think about it, things change, things happen. We get rid of employees move on. And if they're not getting the experience that they think they need for a possible change like that, they're not going to want to come in here. Our existing employees, too, they're looking for security, and by training them on these new skills, it'll make them feel a little bit more valuable as well. Converting to these new programmings is going to lead to less training. The graduates have a basic knowledge, and sometimes more of these programs, so we won't have to put as much into them. We'll just have to teach them how we want the work to be done. This should free up some money to pay a little bit higher salary, which could pull in some new employees. And it could also go toward our new software and hardware upgrades if we need it. Some of the methods for this project, we're guessing it's going to take around 5 years or so to totally finish this and get it the way we want it. We're going to have to train our current staff on C# and .NET Framework. Possible other language would be JavaScript and some web-based programs. We would like to collaborate with some of the local colleges, maybe even NTC, to figure out what classes we need to enroll our current staff in to get them updated on the programs we're looking at. We'll need to test our existing hardware to make sure it's going to work with the software we're looking at. Some of the basics we're looking at are SQL Server, Visual Studio. Along with that, we'll run C# and possible JavaScript on that. All of our existing projects and work are going to have to be converted over to the new framework. We want to cut this down into smaller sections, test each smaller section, make sure it works the way we want it to before we put it into production. We're looking at hiring new employees. We're going to work with local colleges. We want to start attending some of the job fairs to get our name out there and get some of the names of prospective hires. And then get involved with some of the organizations like computer clubs that some of the colleges have. Go in and talk to some of the students and network that way. I'd like to go over some of the costs with you. Training our current employees. We're looking at the cost per class per person. It's around $450 or so per person to take a class. 10 employees that we have, that's around $4,500. We're also going to pay them to take the classes. It's about 4 hours per class, $20 per hour per class, and then 16 classes comes to around $1,280. Multiply that by 10 employees, it's $12,800 with a total of just over $17,000. The cost of the software, SQL Server, we're estimating at $20,000, and then Microsoft Visual Studio is going to be a little over $10,000. There's always unknown extras. We're going to allot $20,000 just for anything that comes up in that process, for a total of just over $50,000. If you take both of those combined, it's a grand total of $67,000, or just a little over. Again, the process we're going to have to do is training existing employees, upgrading our software, and then hiring the new graduates. I know that the $67,000 seems a little high, but in the grand scheme of things in our industry, over a 5-year period, that $67,000 really isn't that bad. The changes we're making, it's going to offset in the future by doing this. We feel like we're at the forefront of the industry right now with an obsolete program, and we really think that if we change into this new system, upgrade, that it's really going to help us stay there and move forward. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Aye.